we have in the studio with us Mr. Moshood Jimoh, who is the Force Public Relations Officer of the Nigeria Police. You're welcome to Sunrise Daily.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning, Nigerians.
And we also have Mr. Teve Akase, who is the CPS as the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor of Benue State. You're also welcome to Sunrise Daily.
Thank you, Maokwe. Thank you very much.
Just before we sink our teeth into the Benue matter, Mr. Moshood, we want you to clarify for us, is it true that the Nigeria Police has declared Mr. Kassim Afegbua wanted?
Thank you so much. That's very correct. The Inspector General of Police has ordered his arrest.
Why is that?
For giving false statements, making false statements, making injurious falsehood, and equally defamation of character, and also for an act which is inimical to law and order in the country. Because the statement he released was disclaimed by his principal, and we're investigating that.
How did you come about the conclusion? Because Mr. Kassim has pointed out certain discrepancies in the statement he released and, the statement that was released later on as a counter to that. First and foremost, he pointed out the fact that the former head of state was addressed as GCON. His title is GCFR. He says that shows that, it was not released, it was not authorized by the former head of state by himself. And we've also gotten clarifications from other media houses who spoke directly to the head of state, who said they spoke with him and he said, I stand by what I released earlier through my spokesperson. How is the police able to reach the conclusion that the second statement indeed was the authentic statement?
Thank you so much. We have not reached any conclusion because we've commenced investigation into the matter, and that is why it's wanted by the police force to come and give explanation. There's no way we can conclude investigation or engage investigation through the media. It is not done. Whatever is Kassim saying, let him come and tell us, because we have opened up a case against him, and he must come and provide answers to all the questions.
His lawyers also say that there is a procedure for declaring a person wanted. He said that there has been no attempt to arrest him or any such thing, and he thinks that what the police is trying to do is tarnish his image, and that you have not you've not invited him, you have not tried to arrest him, you've not sought him and not found him before declaring him wanted.
How would the lawyer know whether we have not been looking for him, whether we have not made an attempt to arrest him? The fact remains that it's only the personality in Nigeria that have immunity against criminal acts and other what they call is civil while they are in office that cannot be declared wanted. Anybody wanted by the police, we can go public that we want to a person. It's not tarnishing anybody's image. If you are wanted by the police, it's not a conviction of that you are convicted of an offense. It's not an issue of parading him before the media. It's just to let the public know that Kassim Afegbua is wanted by the Nigerian police to come and provide explanation.
What unrest has come out as a result of the statement that he released?
I didn't get you clearly.
You say that he's been wanted on charges of,
making false statements,
yes,
injurious falsehood,
yes,
and defamation of character, and also an act which can lead to breakdown of the peace in the country. Because when you release such a statement, you sort of put certain people into kind of fear, and there's tendency for public annoyance, for public people taking laws into their hand as a result of the statement.
Mr. Moshood, if the former military president contacted directly a media house and said, this is my statement, can you still say that this is a situation where there is defamation of character and where there is a statement capable of inciting, for example, instability and violence? If the former military president was just expressing his constitutional right as a citizen of the country to express himself and his opinions to the country, is that not, in some ways, some sort of stifling of that constitutional right?
No, we are not breaching any constitutional provision. Every Nigerian, no matter how highly placed or lowly placed, are entitled to their opinion, no doubt. But what we are saying is this. We are not tarnishing Kassim Afegbua image, but he's supposed to come and provide answer. You said the former president, Ibrahim Babangida, said that's what the media said. He has told them it is our own responsibility to investigate all the remote causes and all the direct causes of the people committing.
Very quickly, would you be taking part in the same process if that letter had praised President Muhammadu Buhari rather than criticized him?
No. we have the responsibility to investigate all criminal matters. And all the offenses I've mentioned fall under criminal.
Just a moment, Mr. I will let this go now, but I want to find out, did you reach the former head of state to clarify that he never made that first statement?
I will not tell you that because that is part of the investigation.
It's important that the public knows. Because, you know, no, just a moment,
yes.
As we speak right now, there are two statements out there. Does the police have firm information that the very first statement was not issued by the head of state, former head of state?
We have commenced investigation, and those are going to be detail of the investigation. I cannot see that.
You don't have that information?
Not that I don't have information, but the information is not meant for the public. After the investigation, we'll make our finding.
Was a complaint filed? Just a moment, you've answered that question. Was a complaint filed by the former head of state that, you know, somebody has been impersonating him or, you know, faking something that he never said? Was any complaint filed to the police?
We have received the counter publications that he never said that statement, and we are commencing investigation. Whether the complaint is filed directly to us or is filed through some other avenue to us, it is very clear that we have the reason to investigate Kassim Afegbua. And I want to make it public for people to know that he has actually reached out to the police, and he has told the police that he is coming to come and provide answer to all the allegations against him.
Okay. Now, let's talk about this Benue matter. It's been a while now since the Inspector General of Police visited Benue State, and we still see pockets of unrest here and there. Just last week, Boko, there was a 24-hour curfew placed on Boko over the murder of a group of people from a particular ethnic stock. And now we also see that this morning, the farmhouse of the governor was attacked by alleged herdsmen. Now we also see a statement, the Benue government loses confidence in the federal government over killer herdsmen. What precisely is the state of security right now in Benue State? And take also into account the fact that the state governor is asking for the resignation of the IGP.
But thank you so much. I think that statement, the last one that you have mentioned, must have been based on misinformation, because the IGP is not responsible to the Secretary Governor of Benue State. The IGP is appointed by the federal government of Nigeria and is responsible to them. But to ensure safety of life and property.
For the security of lives and property.
Property of all Nigerians.
Of all Nigerians, right.
And that is why the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria have dispatched him there. And he actually went there, visited all the crisis spots, and equally submitted a report to government. Then it would be wrong for the governor of Benue State to call for his resignation. It's wrong. If you look at the unfolding of events, mostly he based his statement on the fact that there's a certain presentation made by the IG to the Senate, which are supposed to be internal affairs of the Senate, until when Senate make it public. And that is why we now see the governor as relying extensively on ESA. And it is not going to be proper, because if you are saying somebody has made a statement that you are calling a culprit in the problem you have in Benue, it's completely wrong. It's trying to cast aspersion on the integrity and the personality of the IGP, which we rejected in its entirety. The document submitted to the Senate is there. The Senate will make it public, and the media cover the opening, but the details of the presentation was not covered. So one wonders where the governor is getting his assertion and statement from. It's based on ESA, and we rejected it because the Inspector General of Police have been doing its best for the country, and especially the people of Benue State. He has deployed 10 units of mobile police in addition to the police personnel on the ground. And as we speak, relative peace has been restored. There's no way you have a crisis of that level, then you still be having pocket of incidents until everything fizzles out completely. With the level of deployment between Benue and Nasarawa assets, massive deployment has been done now, so that there won't be incursion from Nasarawa State to come and attack people in Benue. And what we are witnessing now is attack on police personnel.
The allegations are quite grave. When you think of the fact that the governor says that the IG was only in their state for 1 day, is the IG refuting that?
Of course, IG was not there for 1 day, because, like I said earlier on, IG is not responsible to the.
And that he's made some comments
that not correct.
Have been, termed inflammatory. I mean, there have been comments to the fact that, the governor of the state was arming militia. You say you have evidence to that?
Yes, I made mention of it here, that there are militia in Benue State, and livestock guard were arrested, not even only by the police. by even the military, and they were paraded with AK-47, what they call it, rifles, and with other ammunitions. And equally, the police team, we have the photograph, we have footage of livestock guard carrying prohibited firearms. AK-47 is a prohibited firearms, and it's only the president and commander-in-chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria that can grant permission to any organization to bear firearms.